Life too short, gotta chase this dream, baby. La 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 la.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy J Rock, and if you know me, man, you already know what's going on. We're back with another lit video, you feel me? I appreciate you for clicking on this video, man. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and scroll down and subscribe to the channel, man. We posting a lot of lit content, consistent content for 2022. You feel me? If you into cars, vlogs, public interviews, challenges, pranks, and things of that nature, and also just lit stuff, you know what I'm saying, life stuff, development stuff, you know what I'm saying, trying to become a better man, trying to become a successful man, the man I want to be. So if y'all want to stay along this journey, you do what I'm saying, scroll down right now and hit that subscribe button for me. Also go ahead and like this video, because as y'all can see, it's gonna be a good one already, you feel me? Alright, so look, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Before we get deep into this video, let's go ahead and give this CA some love, man. Let's go ahead and just pause and admire American engineering.
JP Productions.
Over the years, you see how far we've come. From the beginning, back in '53, we started out with the Corvette C1. Iconic. You feel me? That's the best way to say it, iconic. Then you go from the C1, you go to the C2. Iconic. C3, arguably, the C3 is arguably the last real American muscle car of its time, because after that they kind of got into more like, the box frames were still there, but around the 80s, once the 80s started, cars started changing, and the 80s kind of was a slump. I ain't gonna lie to you. The 80s and the 90s kind of was a slump for automobiles in America. The design just wasn't there, but the C3 was kind of like the last real American muscle car. Then you got the C4, the C5, the C6 of the early 2000s. Then you got the C7 that came out. That was from what, 14 through I think 19 or 20, one of those. And then now you got the C8. The C8 Corvette, man. The significance of this car is the fact that this is the first American muscle car, because this is an American muscle car. The Corvette started off as an American muscle car. This is the first American muscle car that has mid-engine. This alone is drastic, you feel me? This alone is groundbreaking, because it's no longer putting the Corvette with the regular muscle cars of America and the regular muscle cars and sports cars around the world. This now puts it in a different level. Now it competes with real deal exotics, and it already was. If you look at the C7 and some of the older models like the Z6, the Grand Sports, the ZR1s, those are already like top trims, and they were already competing on track times with some of the most exotic cars. Now you really got a mid-engine too. The C8 broke ground, man. The C8 was different. It automatically, just because of the mid-engine, just because of the fact that it was in a new lane, automatically put it in the space of just greatness. And then you got the Z6.
Man, they got serious, man.
So the Z6, man, sheesh. Okay, so if the C8 was already a hit from the jump, the Z6 is a more track, sportier trim, bigger brakes, brand new engine, you know what I'm saying, brand new aerodynamics. The brand new engine revs way higher, revs all the way to 9,000 RPM, meaning that now instead of it having like that low rumble and that real, you know, kind of more recognizable American muscle car sound, when you hit the gas for real, it's gonna get up there. To make it simple, it's gonna stop sounding like a regular Corvette, and now it's starting to sound like a Ferrari. But yeah, like I said, for the Z6, they brought out a brand new engine. It's the new LT6, naturally aspirated 5.5 liter V8. You know what I'm saying? This thing is no joke. 670 horsepower. 670 horsepower, man. Come on, bro. Out of a mid-engine car like a Corvette, it's already sporty as I don't know what. It's almost 700 horsepower out of a car that is this light. Like, you can pick up a Corvette.
Stop it.
I'm capping, my bad. But yeah, the reason why it revs to 9,000 RPM is because it's now a flat plane crank. To get into that and explain what the difference is between a flat plane crank and different engines, that's a whole other video. If y'all want that video, y'all go in the comment section and let me know. I'll explain that for you, or you can just go on YouTube and look it up yourself. but it basically means that now, like I said, it's gonna sound like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's different now. It's not no regular little American sports car. It ain't no regular, nah. We talking about real deal exotics now. It also has a new 8-speed dual clutch transmission, and then all that combined gives it a 0 to 60 in 2.4 seconds. I'm talking 2.4 seconds. You know what I'm saying? That means you hit from the gas and you at 0, and you pull off, launch control, everything good. You get traction, you gripping. 1, 2, like that, and you already at 60. Like, you serious? We in a whole new world with Corvettes nowadays. They broke new ground, and the Z06 is the next level, man. I just can't wait to see what happens after the Z06. Outside of the power in the engine, the other upgrades are now the fact that the Z06 has a brand new front face. So the whole design of the front of the car is totally different, and this is the first time GM ever changed the front face of a Z06 from the original base model Corvette. So normally, like I said, you got the C7s, the C6s, all the rest of the models. They already had the regular front face, and the Z06 was more like a engine performance pack. It was more of different things that were upgraded besides the front face. But this is the first time GM ever changed the front face, and to me, honestly, it's way more aggressive. It's nothing too crazy that you can see from like an untrained eye, but you can tell that it's way more aerodynamic, and you can tell that it's way more functional, and it just looks way more aggressive. It looks like it's eating up the track. You also got bigger wheels now too. In the front, they're 20 inch, and in the back, they're 21, so they're staggered. And also the tire width is different too. So in the front, they're 275s, and in the back, you got 375s. 345s is like Ferrari, Lamborghini, you know what I'm saying? Them big wheels, bro. Makes it look way more wide. I think the car is actually 4 inches wider than a regular C8 too. You also got larger side air intakes, which brings in more air to the engine, cools the engine, cool the brakes, you feel what I'm saying? And gives it more of that aggressive look. So GM actually dropped 2 models of the Z06 too. They have the regular Z06, which is, how can you even say regular Z06? But you got the regular Z06, and you got the Z06 with the Z07 package. The Z07 is a track package that brings in more performance all around. You feel me? More performance than what's already added on with the whole Z06 package, okay? So you got carbon fiber basically everywhere. You got carbon fiber almost everywhere. You got it on the front splitter, which is the black piece in the front that gives you more aerodynamic, keeps you lower to the ground, and adds a lot more downforce so that when you're on the track, you stay planted. Also got carbon fiber canards on the sides, which does pretty much the same thing. You got carbon fiber side skirts on the sides of the car. You got a carbon fiber wing, and you got the big wing too, you know what I'm saying? This ain't no regular wing. This is, they went all out with the wing this year. And you got carbon fiber wheels, and this is the first time GM ever did this, so it's basically just gonna let you turn the car easier, make handling a whole lot better, make you more nimble on the track. With the wheels, you got carbon ceramic brakes and 6-piston Brembos, the big boys. So for stopping, you good, you feel me? You on the track, you going fast, you revving high at 9,000 RPM, you gonna need to hit the brakes and slow down. So they added 6-piston Brembos, the big boys, and you also got a quad exhaust, 4 exhausts on the back. And to me, it just gives it, I don't know, I just always like the look of 4 exhausts. Those and the mid exhaust, the best way you can go with the exhaust. For the interior, it's pretty much the same as the base C8, which isn't a bad thing at all because the base C8 is a beauty to look at. I haven't been in it myself, like to sit in it and really absorb it for real, but from what I've seen and I've been up close to it, it's beautiful, you feel me? From what people say, it gives you like a cockpit vibe. It looks real driver focused. The whole infotainment system is pointed towards you. All your buttons is in the line pointed towards you. And everything just looks driver focused and engaging. You get different seat options. You get the competition seats, which is like the most sporty seats that they give. I think they come with carbon fiber in them, and they give you more of a sporty feel. Probably the look I'd go for if I was getting them. You got the GT2 seats and the GT1 seats, which are pretty much kind of around the same. Not too much different between them. I think probably just the fit of it and the way it grips your body is probably a little bit more aggressive in the GT2 seats. You got an 8-inch infotainment system, which comes standard in all C8s, and then you got 2 top options. So this is the big thing for me, you know what I'm saying? This is one of my favorite things about Corvettes. From the jump, they've always given this option, and I think it's real cool. I think every car should do this, honestly. They give you the option of either coupe or convertible. So we all know convertibles are the way the top comes down and stuff like that. They did it different this year, and they give you a hard top convertible, which is perfect, because my biggest thing about convertible cars is I like the look of the top off, but when the top's on, it's soft top, and I don't like that Cargo soft top. It's just, it ain't cool to me. It make it look kind of cheap, you know what I'm saying? On certain cars it's cool, like Lamborghinis, theirs is kind of nice, but most cars, the soft top don't look right. But this year they brought in a brand new hard top, drop top, and when you take the top off, it look beautiful. I ain't gonna lie, when the top off on that one, hard to compete with that, man. I ain't gonna lie. The looks alone, it's hard to compete with that. For the regular coupes, if you just opt to get a coupe, you can still take the top off like in all other Corvettes. So this is my favorite feature because they've always done this. You can have the hard top look and keep that on, but you can also undo the latches, take the top off. They also have places in the trunk where you can fit the trunk in so you have somewhere to store it, and then you got a convertible too. So you got the best of both worlds when you got it like that. For me personally, I don't know what I would do as far as convertible or coupe if I was copping right now, because you get the best of both worlds both ways. You see what I'm saying? They eliminated the fact that it was a soft top, so now you got the hard top. So when you got the top on, it's still sleek, it's still cool looking. The only difference between the convertible and the coupe is the fact that the coupe gives you visibility to the engine, and that might be the deal breaker for me. That might be why I would go for like a regular coupe version, because I want to be able to see my engine, and regardless of the fact that I can't work on it and get inside of there. Just the fact that I can see it, the engine's beautiful. I just want to look at it sometimes, especially when you can change the color of it and make it red or whatnot. Like, so at this point, I know y'all probably wondering like, bro, how much they cost? Because it sounded good, it looked good, everything new about it, everything lit. We know what Corvette says as far as the height. We see how fast they go. We see how cool they look. We see how they be spinning. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Like, how much they cost, bro? There's actually no drop price right now. GM ain't dropped the price at all yet. We still waiting. I'm expecting it to probably be around, I'm expecting like 100,000, just because the base C8 went for, the Stingray went for like what? They went for 60 after option and everything. They probably came up to like 70, 80. But with the way the market going now, from when I seen them, like they was already from the jump going for 100, 120 sometimes, like at the high end 120 if you get a 3LT. But for this one, the Z06, the fact that it's a brand new engine, it's a higher trim. I'm expecting it from the rip to go for about 100, and then after resale and how the market takes it, it's probably gonna be around like 150. So it's gonna be taxed, man. It's gonna be taxed. But honestly, man, if you in that ballpark as far as finances and you like sports cars and you want to make a statement, there's nowhere else you need to go. It's still cheaper than most cars in this range as far as performance. It keeps up with all the rest of the cars that are exotic nowadays, and now it's more of it's not just a sports car no more. You feel me? It's like it's mid-engine, and it's revving up to 9,000 RPM, and it has almost 700 horsepower. You're literally talking about an American exotic car now. This is an American exotic car. That's crazy to say. And the way this is looking is crazy, bro, because this is only the first new trim that Chevy dropped for the C8 yet. You got the Stingrays already, and now they just dropped the Z06, and it's coming out probably around like summertime or later this year, 2022. But this is only the first one. There's rumors and there's speculations that there's a lot more coming out soon. There's supposed to be a ZR1 coming. Oh, ZR1. We're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna set that for another video. You got the E-Ray, which is supposed to be coming out, which is going to be a whole electric version of the a whole electric version of the C8. You also got a Zora version, which is supposed to be a hybrid between electric and combustion. 1,000 horsepower. 1,000 horsepower from a Corvette stock from GM. What? They going crazy, man. GM over there working on something. And me personally, bro, I don't have no real biases between GM, Ford, Mopar, nothing like that, man. I like them all. I like cars, so I can't pick between one. Because once I pick one for real, I mean, I got my favorite. My favorite is a Corvette for sure. Second favorite is a Camaro. But I love Dodges. I love Chargers and Challengers. I love Hellcats. The fact that they kind of oversaturated the market kind of make it a little like, I love them still. I like Mustangs. I've always been a fan of Mustangs. I just never would pick one first. But it's just crazy, man, the way muscle cars are going nowadays. And it's crazy how much work GM is putting in and the way they're executing it. I've always felt like they were just the more well-rounded company. You know what I'm saying? Dodge has always been cool. It's always been lit. They always been, you know what I'm saying, especially with muscle cars, head of the game, really. Like Ford started it with the Mustang, Chevy dropped the Camaro right after and competed with it, and they were going neck and neck with the pony cars. But when Dodge dropped the Charger, kind of brought a different lane, you feel me? It kind of made it different. It kind of made it a real fight. And then the Challenger, and then nowadays the way they're going with the Hellcats and the Demon and all, man, we know how that's going. But it's still just all around sports car, muscle car and sports car, big body, big wheels, loud V8 engine, and it's a sports car. It's nimble. You can take it around the track, you know what I'm saying? You can take it on straightaways on the drag strip. It's like, to me, GM is more well-rounded, and the Corvette is like the pinnacle of muscle cars. And now it's, well, I guess I'll call it an exotic muscle car. An American exotic muscle car. Bro, what are we even talking about? This is 2022, bro. That's 2022 wrapped up in a nutshell for you. But I appreciate y'all for watching this video, man. It was a good one, man. I like doing stuff like this. I love cars. I love talking about cars. I love looking at them. I love being in them, driving them. Everything about cars is just, I love it. It's all me. So if y'all want to see more content like this, y'all let me know in the comment section below. Also get this video to, let's just say 100 likes. Matter of fact, get it to 200 likes, man. Give me 200 likes if y'all want to see another video like this, because I like doing stuff like this, but I want to make sure y'all like this stuff too, you feel me? With all that being said, man, I appreciate y'all for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe also and stay tuned in for the long run. We got a lot of content coming on, you know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of content. Whatever you want to see, man, we doing a whole lot of lit stuff. And we going on a good little journey, man. So it's your boy J-Rock. Good vibes only, man. We gone.
Life too short, gotta chase this dream, baby. La 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 la.